Once again, joined by TSN Hockey analyst Martin Biron. Marty, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl felt the sting of losing in a Game 7 in the Cup final last year. Now they want redemption. What would a win do, in your opinion, for the legacy of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl?
Well, obviously, Jay, like winners win championships, right? The best players win championships. And you look at Hockey Hall of Fame, of all the NHL players that are in the Hockey Hall of Fame, there's less than 30 that have not won a Stanley Cup championship, right? That's a very small number. Most of them, they've all had the sweet, taste of victory and the champagne in the cup and everything. So when you look at Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, they're future Hall of Famers. And winning a cup will give them their moments, right? Like the Ray Bourque, who's waited so long to get it and finally got it in Colorado. He probably wishes he would have done it in Boston. All these years in Boston, never had that chance to lift the silver trophy over his head. But then he did in Colorado. And you look at Leon and Connor, and for me, it's about you had that defeat last year. You wanted to put in the work. You set the standard, and then you come back in and you win it this year. McDavid was first in scoring last year. He's first again this year. Draisaitl's second this year. He's third last year. Bouchard was second. Like, they're all great players. Now it's time to step it one more notch and go ahead and win that championship, win that trophy for an organization that has been waiting, right? For a country that's been waiting. It would be just, solidifying that they are tops of the tops, greats, and the greats, they win championships.
And you said it, the greats win championships, but you also pointed out there are a small percentage of great players who haven't won championships. You think of the Joe Thorntons and the Jerome McGinleys and the Eric Lindroses. Do you look at them any differently because they haven't won championships, Marty? And what would it be like if the Oilers won or lost for a second straight year?
Well, I mean, obviously, I don't look at them differently because it is a team sport. But, I played with Henrik Lundqvist, and I think he's one of the best to have played the position. Never got a chance to win a Stanley Cup, but he did win an Olympics. He won on the international stage. And Connor, well, the Four Nations this year, that helped him get to where he wants to be now. So I don't look at them different for not having won, those that didn't win. But I think that if you are going to be part of this elite group, look at Wayne. Like, Wayne lost his first Stanley Cup final and won in the second one. Sidney Crosby lost in the first Stanley Cup final, won the second one. And now Connor can have the same kind of fate. And those are some of the best to ever play. It's Mount Rushmore of the NHL, of hockey. And to be able to do that for Connor, like, I wouldn't look at him any differently if he didn't win. But I think that it's his time to be able to go out there and win that trophy.
Okay, buddy. Now is the time. We've all been waiting. We've been highly anticipating this moment. Martin Biron, who will win the Stanley Cup?
Okay, so first I got to say that I didn't pick the Oilers to beat the LA Kings. I didn't pick the Oilers to win against the Vegas Golden Knights. And I didn't pick the Oilers to beat the Dallas Stars. So I'm not picking the Oilers again. But I do feel like you look at the two teams, the Panthers are the better team. The Panthers have the better depth. The Panthers have the better goaltending. The one thing that the Oilers do have is they are second in the playoffs right now in expected goals for. So they have the better offense. But the Florida Panthers have the second best defense in expected goals against. So for me, defense wins championship, right? And I look at it and I say, the Panthers are the better team. They're looking to do what Tampa Bay did, their friendly state rival, and win 2 in a row. So I'm going to say the Panthers in 6. And I'm sorry, Oilers fans, but I've been doing it since the start of the playoffs. I'm not going to stop now. I want the Oilers to win. That's why I'm going Panthers in 6.
Yeah, you might have just helped the Oilers there, Marty. If history is any indication, the Cup final begins Wednesday in Edmonton, and we're going to be covering it for you throughout. And this is our NHL analyst, Martin Biron.